Sup, people? Zach Attack. I just wanted to put this on YouTube. I talked about a video just a second ago, so these videos are about to go up at the same time, but this is a different story about something else, a completely different thing from what I talked about in the other video. That's the reason why I didn't connect it together. But let's just say I'm fucking irritated. Sorry for my language, but I'm really pissed off and I'm really irritated. Not because of anything happening here at the house or nothing like that, no. What's going on is I got people outside accusing one of my brothers of touching them, of touching these twin boys that are about a year younger than him, 2 years younger than him. He's 15, they're like 13 or something, for one. Two, it was only because my brother took their skateboard, rode it around a park, and then brought it back to him. So I was just kidding. And originally, all the time, he hung out with these kids, every time. But then all of a sudden, one day when he was just kidding around, and he brought it back to him. He didn't just steal it and then keep it. But no, he gave it back to him. So now because of that, they're accusing him of touching them and this, and that, and blah, blah, blah. And at one point, I guess, a week ago, supposedly saying that he dragged a girl behind a tree and put his hands down her pants. But the way everybody says it, even by these kids' mother, she says she let him. What? She let him. That's different from, you should rephrase yourself. You want to go to the cops and say, yeah, it's because she let him. The cops are going to look at you and say, she let him. Think about that for a second. And she would be like, oh, no, I meant he forced her to do it. Or he forced himself, you know. No. Not go. I dare this dumb bitch to go, because I've never seen this bitch. But I guess about 2-3 days ago, my sister and my mom were yelling at her and shit. She was at the park. And what happened was my mom confronted the two boys and saying, why are you doing this to my brother, blah, blah, blah. Or not my brother, that makes no sense. Why are you doing this to my son, blah, my brother, and blah, blah, blah. And then they left, came back with their mom. Their mom was legit too, was starting to get bitched out by my mom. And she was so terrified, she didn't know what to do. So she pretends to pull out the phone, and I guess, and to pretend like she's talking on the phone just to keep herself calm or whatever. And then these kids' brothers that are, I guess, supposedly between the ages of 18 and 20 are walking past my brother and going, Chomo this, Chomo, like they'll yell Chomo, say Chomo. When I'm around, I dare you to call my brother a Chomo. I will turn around and tell you to shut the fuck up. I heard from my brother that these guys supposedly had guns on them all the time. I don't care. You can shoot me dead all you want. But that just shows that what my brother's doing is wrong. Because if you're going to turn around and shoot me because I proved the point that you want to call him a chomo and it's not true, and you turn around and try and shoot me, yeah, it shows that you're probably a chomo yourself. So, what's irritating now is just yesterday, I got home hanging out with my friends, and this happened, I guess, about 3 in the afternoon when we were with my friends. What was it, yesterday? No, Sunday. It was Sunday. Supposedly, the mother's now saying I go outside and stare at her little kids all the time. And supposedly, the whole neighborhood are supposedly telling this mother of theirs that I'm my mom's boyfriend. One, fuck no. Gross as hell. 2, I've not been outside one time when your kids are ever out there. Couple of reasons. Let me explain that. 1, I got a dog, alright? They're already accusing my brother of the bullcrap. I'm pissed off because they're trying to now accuse me of looking at her kids and blah, blah, blah. And if I ever hear cops at my front door of supposedly me touching them, even though I've never been near them, I will tell those motherfucking cops to put me on a lie detector test. Straight the fuck up. And let's see who's telling the truth. My brother did the same fucking thing. He straight up said to these motherfucking cops when they showed up after the situation went down the one day, like it was a couple weeks ago, he straight up told them, put me on a lie detector test and we'll see who's telling the truth. Do you think a pedophile would want to sit there and tell the cops, or let's say call the cops and say, put me on a lie detector test? I don't think so. We're the one calling the cops, not them. We're the ones calling the cops. So, You think a pedophile would want to do that? Hell no. A pedophile's not going to turn himself in. So, yeah, bring the cops, bitch. If you ever watch my YouTube videos, or your kids ever see this YouTube videos, bring it, bitch. I don't deal with that shit. Call the cops. Show them up at my front door. Handcuff me. Keep me in prison for 1 day. And then the next following day, put me on a lie detector test, and you'll see that you're the false lying little shit. And then I could also do it with my brother. Put him in jail for a day. Next day, do him on the lie detector test. Same thing. All your shit would be a fucking lie. And the reason why I don't go out there as it is not because of that in general. Because what happens if I bring my dog out, they see my dog, and then they're like, oh, you know what, let's put another thing on this kid. Let's pretend to say his dog bit us. So they go home and try and put teeth marks in their arm with like toys of some kind or like equipment. And then come to their mom and go, I'm bleeding because the dog bit me. I'm going to be like, bitch. I'm going to tell the animal control they show up at my house, the apartment, and say, you know what? Test those kids' blood. And if it comes out something else, yeah, no. Because when a dog bites you and you bleed, the dog's like, how do I say, like their bacteria or something would be in your skin and would be in the blood and would like pretty much show samples at the office that your dog bit you. But if it shows samples of like weird dirt or like marks of toys or something like that in the blood or something they can possibly figure out, you're a joke. That's why I don't bring my dog out there. They've never seen my dog yet, I don't think. Even though I don't really pay attention much to the kids at the park. Because my brothers and all of them, my two brothers, they always go to the park and play with all their friends. They got multiple friends at the park that would back them up, telling them, saying that they don't do that shit either. So these dumbasses can go to the park all they want, do what they want, but you know what? So these brothers, there's 2 or 3 big brothers that have been walking past them calling you a chomo. If you're watching this video, the next time I see you do that, or yeah, no, the next time I hear that you do that, let's say it that way, not see you do it, that'd make no sense. I'll be coming out and confronting you. You have a gun? I don't care. I'm not afraid of guns. I've shot multiple in my life. So I don't play those games with people calling somebody something that's not true. I think if I was a pedophile or if my brother was a pedophile, we wouldn't be calling the cops and we wouldn't be telling the cops to put us on a lie detector test. So what does that tell you what your little brothers are saying? Liars. Anyways, I just wanted to get that off my chest. It was pissing me off so bad. Anyways, peace and see you people next time and subscribe.